Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Phil from Zaid Comics, the writer and co-creator of Magic Cop, which is on Indiegogo in demand right now, and just one half of the two best-looking brothers in all of comics. And today, we're doing another episode of Comics Great, where I sit down and interview an awesome Comicsgate creator. And today, we are joined by Micheal Beacon. Micheal Beacon, I've met you, man. I don't even remember what stream I was on. This whole community, we always meet each other's on live streams.
I think
Um,
I think the first time was with Narwhal.
oh,
Yes.
like his last episode of the kids table
Yeah.
where he like cut out.
Yeah.
I think the stream just randomly stopped. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and
I
that was a
was
while.
terrible at streaming back then.
I think everyone was.
Oh
I was
yeah.
just starting out too. But yeah, welcome, man. Thanks for coming on. I'm glad we
Well, thanks
finally
for
got
having
you
me.
on here. Yeah, you're running an awesome campaign, and you're actually doing a lot of work in Comic-Gate,
Yep.
besides just your book, which is really cool. You told me you were just finishing up some flats, which is
Yep.
awesome. Saying hello to everybody in the chats. Tungsten EXE, what's up, Hail brother? And El Gargoyle, thanks for joining us, guys. I know a
Hey.
lot of people are streaming today. Oh, and Just a Reekin in his comics. Shout out to him. He's got an awesome channel. Go check out his YouTube. Give him a sub. Talks a lot about mainstream comics, and he does a good show. Invites a bunch of people on his show. He's a real good guy. But yeah, a bunch of people are streaming, especially on Wednesdays. I think this is probably like the first week that I kind of caught the like I'm probably one of the only guys that are streaming right now. But give it 5 minutes, and War Campaign's going to be up, and and everyone
Yeah.
else,
Well,
Dan
if
Fraga.
they said they're starting right at 8:30, they're gonna be starting at 9:30. So we got time.
Yeah, that's true. Um, yeah. So let's talk about you and how you got into comics. I remember I was just watching you on crowdfunding comics last night. Shout outs to Billy Tucci and Niall over there. That was awesome.
Oh
And you
yeah.
said this is actually your first comic that you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to launch it twice in the past.
Hmm.
Once as a web comic by myself, but the art was terrible because it was
Yeah.
me. And I tried to start it again in 2014, and I got ghosted by someone who I
Oh.
later found out had ditched to work on a My Little Pony fan fiction. So that was interesting. Bullet dodge there, but yeah,
Yeah, that's hilarious. So you're the creator of this bad boy, right?
yeah, I
Look at it.
writer, colorist, and I do the concept art for the characters.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, you like I said, you're working on some other books too. Doing
Yep,
the colors for a lot of them. The one that comes to mind is Cyborg USA.
yep,
You were just telling me Dusty Tortilla.
yeah,
Uh, really, really cool. And yeah, I'm glad that you you're getting around because I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm working on
yeah.
my lettering skills. I'm lettering Magic Cop, and I think it helps me be more a part of the project. Working on it along the way, just instead of just being a writer and writing the script and then stepping back. Coming in for some signing off on some art and stuff. But this way, I could go in and touch more of the project. If that sounds as creepy as I think it sounds. Uh, but that's awesome. You're doing that and spreading around the love with your colors, man. That's great.
Thanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just sort of great how this community works. It's like one thing led to another. I just sharing art on the uh, DM groups, and that got the
Mhm.
attention of the Kemp brothers, and then Kemp brothers went on War Campaign, showed off their pages, and then I got the
Yeah.
attention of Rob Casey. So
Yeah.
it's,
That's awesome. No, yeah,
yeah,
the community's awesome like that. Very supportive. It's like a big bunch of buddies, hanging out.
yeah.
So give me like a quick pitch of Seven Legions.
Okay, so it's the story of Hiko, an orphan who becomes a samurai in feudal Japan's chaotic Sengoku era. Every night, Hiko dreams of the life of Azrakal, an angel who served the Seven Legions, and until one day he discovered a plot by the three greatest enemies to destroy them from within. Now, Hiko, because of these dreams, he winds up becoming drawn into the war between the Seven Legions and their enemies, but at the same time, he's got his own war between the clan that took him in and their former allies. And yeah, he has to choose which conflict he's going to take part in, but
Wow.
those choices are going to ultimately have a little bit of tug of war against them.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of action.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing here it's kind of like you get two different or multiple time frames, it looks like, correct?
So like the sci-fi fantasy side and the historical fiction side, they're all sort of happening concurrently. They're like, so like,
Oh, wow.
so Earth in this universe is sort of a primitive world, but they used to be one of the leading technological factions in this universe, but they got reduced to nothing pretty much when they betrayed everyone else. So now human history as we know it began like after that devastation. So everyone has forgotten what came before, that these other races were out there aside from what's known through myth and legend.
Wow.
So yeah, so like the sci-fi stuff, it's all going on out in space.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not like a time travel sort of thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this it's very, very intricate. This is a
Yeah.
cool story. It's like very high fantasy, I think, but you're
Yeah,
taking it to a next level.
it's like high fantasy in space
Yeah.
on one side, and then you got the samurai historical fiction that's going to eventually fade into that side. But we got two different artists working on two different halves of the story, because like each issue is going to be there's going to be the continued adventures of Hiko,
Mhm.
and it's going to have one of the dreams of the life of Azrakal. It's going to be its own self-contained story, and that side's going to expose you to bits of the universe as a whole. So you're going to get like a self-contained sci-fi adventure in each issue, but you're also going to have a continuing story. It's almost set up kind of like Tales from the Crypt, only like sci-fi.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, like, Pablo Romero, he's going to be doing the continued adventures of Hiko, and Henry Ponciano from Tinseltown, he's going to be doing the sci-fi fantasy stories.
Yeah, I like that, having different artists. The next book that I'm working on, I'm doing something like that, where
Yeah,
it's each hero has a different artist to it, and kind of a different style. So you could know that this is their story. And similarly with your book as well. Hiko has, like you said, a different artist than the fantasy story. And I
yeah,
dig that. I think that's something that is worth exploring because you don't see that a lot.
yeah. And what's
Um,
cool about it is like Pablo and his side, he's doing the old school anime style, so sort of an East
yeah,
versus West sort of thing.
right.
So and like it has like a real nostalgic feel to it. That's what I'm trying to get with the colors on his side.
Hmm.
And yeah, Henry's got he's got an awesome style, just like that poster there.
Yeah,
Um,
man. This was the first thing I saw, and probably a lot of people saw for this campaign. It was
yeah,
on. It was on. I don't remember which stream it was on. I think it was a pretty. Oh, I remember it was Malin was doing those
yeah,
art critiques,
yeah. And
and he was like, "I don't know what to critique on here because this is awesome."
that was I actually wound up. This is kind of embarrassing. I wound up actually losing my last job because like I stayed up so late that like but that last job was going to like destroy my hands over time. But it's like
Yeah.
so like it was great. It worked out great because like the next day I got called into an interview with another job. But
Oh, cool.
yeah, it's
Good to hear.
like, but yeah, it's like I was like, holy, they're saying this about art for my story.
Yeah, yeah. No, this
Yeah,
is
it's like,
is awesome. Like this is a prime poster, man.
oh
And now, is
yeah,
this part of the campaign you can actually get as a poster?
yeah. I've actually I could actually step back and show an example
Yeah,
of one.
yeah, sure. I'll keep wrapping up about this. Yeah, I mean, well, he was on Malin's stream. Dude, Malin was doing critiques, and this one came up because you can just tweet out whatever art you had that he would critique, and he was blown away by this, and a lot of the chat was blown away by this as well. I remember Michael was in the chat talking about it. Look at that. Let's zoom in on this baby.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
So yeah, the colors came out great on all
Oh
these
wow.
posters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like almost 1-for-1 like on the detail and everything. It's yeah. I couldn't have asked for better results. But
Yeah, the composition on that's great.
Yeah, and each backer of the print tier and above will be getting that poster, Pablo Romero's pinup, and the poster by Carl O'Rowe, where he drew the 3 villains.
Yeah, is that on here?
I think it.
In an update, or
actually, I'll just pull a copy of that up real quick.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, Carl O'Rowe's awesome artist, a great kid. I can't even say guy because he's freaking 22 years old. He's a great kid. He is an awesome artist, and he's contributed a lot to a bunch of campaigns, and has his own campaign, Deathsworn. Now this is this is awesome.
Yeah, I just sort of showed him the concept art I had for these characters, and he blew it out of the park. You got
big
this guy.
Wings.
Yeah, you got this guy with a railgun arm.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then this character, she's sort of like a fallen seraphim. She was one of the first angels, and this guy leads basically like a cult of geneticists that are basically trying to create the perfect being. So,
wow. Yeah, that is cool, man.
They've all found a common cause to rally around, and now they're trying to take on the 7 legions and take the galaxy for themselves.
That's really badass. That poster is great. You should definitely do like an update and put those guys in there.
Oh yeah, I had them in one update. And
okay, cool.
Narwhal's doing another print. That's going to be unlocked through stretch goals. So if we hit that stretch goal, backers the print tier and above will also get that print along with the other 3.
Sweet. Now, is this a Pablo piece?
Yep, that's the pinup piece that he did.
Yeah, Pablo is amazing. He's doing the cover for Magic Cop, which I don't know if you guys could see. It's behind me on my door, my door. And he's just been blowing up through Twitter from all of his super sexy, controversial redesign for Marvel characters. It's awesome. You guys need to follow him.
Each time there'd be those little blow ups, I'd be on the comments like, "Hey, you like this? check out this campaign. Check out Cyborg USA and 7 Legions."
Right. That's so cool that Pablo's doing interiors for your book, one of your stories, and Cyborg USA, and you get to color him all the time now, which is really cool.
He does fast work. Like he's already finished all his artwork for issue 2.
Yeah, when he did the cover, it was like that, man.
Oh yeah, he's fast and good. So it's not rushed or anything. He's just like that fast. But
yeah, and he loves it. You can tell he's got a passion for it.
Yeah, we're also doing trading cards. He turned in the art for that, like
sweet,
the day after I assigned it.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, so if you guys are digging this, the beautiful art, very, elaborate story, and it seems like you want to do more than just this book with this. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's potential for a spinoff, and this is going to be a epic series.
Seems like
I've got it all mapped out, and it's I'm going to end it on a really cool epic final battle. But yeah, it's going to be, I think, if it gets enough traction, it could be something to rival Star Wars.
Yeah, man, it's like that. It's like very epic sci-fi, but it has that ground. It has one side's grounded and the other one's that sci-fi fantasy, which is really cool. Having that duality to it, you don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
How many pages is this first one?
Issue 1 is 20. Issue 2 is 30, and right off the bat, every backer's getting those first 2 issues.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, we're finishing up issue 2, where I'm aiming to have the art for issue 2 done in February. But we're actually unlocking issue 3 through stretch goals. So if we reach 8K, then we'll continue on to issue 3, and all backers will get issue 3 as well.
Wow. Cool to hear.
Yeah, so I was watching Indie Vault, and they talked about this last night. But as soon as they scrolled up and saw the print tier, they thought I could tell someone thought that was like meant to be the book, which is like, oh no, that's actually the book and the print. So he's
Right.
like, he saw print tier $50. Like, well, that's rip off. It's like, oh no, print tier is print and posters.
Right. Yeah.
Books and posters. But
yeah. When if you guys aren't familiar with Indiegogo, you could like come over here and then you click on it and it'll be like a little description here of what you're getting. A little bit more in depth, because I know a lot of people are used to Kickstarter. Indiegogo has different stuff, but it has a lot cooler options for the creators that we could bring to you guys, like add-ons. I don't know if you took advantage of the add-on section, but that's something new at checkout. If you guys do back this book or any other thing on Indiegogo, when you do go to checkout, there's an add-on section, and creators could put like an extra book or a single print or whatever, a bookmark, stuff like that, which is awesome for us creators and for you buyers out there as well. And so I had another question. When you get both issues, when I back this book, will they be single floppy issues, or will it be a trade that has both of them together, like Perfect Bound?
So in the at its current state where we're at in funding, it'll be 2 separate floppies.
Cool.
And they'll be signed, and everyone who backed during the campaign and in demand will be mentioned in a thank you page, first name and last initial, unless they just say otherwise.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I always want to give those backers a shout out.
Yeah.
Man, this spread is awesome here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
double page spread.
That's capital city of the
Wow. What's up?
Oh, I just saw something in the chat. I wasn't sure what he's saying, but so that city is the capital city of the Angel homeworld. It's a city called Seropolis.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some ancient buildings that existed long before humanity discovered it and before it became the homeworld of the angels. But they also built the city around those old buildings, and the secrets to those old buildings will be discovered over time. And it's part of a secret history that'll be discovered throughout the series that sort of ties everything together.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful piece right there, man. That is cool. And is this the final colors that you're putting into the book?
Yeah, that's
really cool.
As it stands right now, yeah.
Super bright, man.
Yeah.
I dig it. Yeah, very like almost heavenly and futuristic.
Yeah.
Really cool. This is awesome. Well, let's look at your little tiers here.
Okay.
And like you said earlier, you had your featured tier, which is the print tier.
Yeah.
It comes with the 2 books and a print. And now, is that a specific print?
That's actually all 3 of these. So you get the Carlo Rowe print, you get the Henry Ponciano print, and the Pablo Romero print.
And then if that other one does get unlocked, it would be the Narwhal one, correct?
Yeah, and then we also got one by Rob Willis. That's going to be another stretch goal.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's cool. Man, I got to see that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that one in. He's still working on it. I know he said he's got like a long backlog, so.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Rob is great. It's awesome. I love seeing these campaigns that are taking advantage of these amazing artists in CG, because that's what it's all about. You know? That is really cool. So we got a physical copy. You get your 2 books for $20. That's awesome. That's what, 50 pages of story content.
Yep.
For $20. That's really a good deal. And
if we hit the right stretch goals, we'll 3, 4, maybe even 5 books. Yeah.
Cool, man. So like you said, you have a lot of material here that you hope to get done in the future. You get your international double pack for you get 4 books, like doubles, right?
Yeah, so you get like 2 copies of each. Cool. And that's basically like without that that price includes shipping, so there's no extra shipping cost on that tier. So like that's just to sort of like account for international shipping, so they get more since they're paying more.
Sweet. Oh, look at this. El Gargoyle says you already backed you. That's good.
Yeah, that's the comment where I was a little bit
Oh,
like,
okay.
what?
It took a while for it to show up on the stream yards, and you're doing the for the troops, which is awesome. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people did this last year. I haven't seen it a lot in campaigns recently, but you're doing that, which is awesome. It's really
Yeah.
cool. I heard that someone was giving you flack about sketch
Yeah,
therapy. I think.
yeah, which I understand. There are some people who just like say they'll do that and then they
Yeah.
won't. But yeah, like I was like, I had a little bit of trouble thinking of the name of the place. It's like Operation Paperback. Finally, I got around to it. But yeah.
I trust you, man. Yeah, Sketch is a very paranoid man. If it was him,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
But he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's very passionate.
Yeah.
Enemy of Legion. So this is a tier where you can actually get drawn into the book.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So my old roommate, he backed that tier.
Awesome.
Got the page where he's getting blown up in that. And Chris Evans, he also backed that tier. He's taking an axe to the face from a dwarf on a jetpack. So
yeah, hail Chris Evans, a very prominent consumer, and he always loves getting drawn. I told him the other night, I'm like, I need to, for my next book, make that a tier just so you can get it and get into one of my books, because he loves that. He's in a bunch of books that are coming out. Retailer bundle. This is awesome. I have one in my campaign, and I was kind of like discouraged because no one had picked it up throughout the campaign. But actually, last week, now that we're in demand, someone got it, and I think they're overseas too. So I think they're in the UK or something. But I had 5 books in there, so they got that and a retailer poster. So if that's another great thing I always talk about with Indiegogo is you have in demand, and we're going to leave it up until we're able to ship, so people could keep buying it, and you'll get randomly someone will jump on something that you never thought they would buy, and it's good to have those perks.
And the retailer bundle it comes with a one like a very interesting collector's item. It's a piece of original concept art of a character.
Cool.
That's going to be the only time that picture will be uploaded, or it'll be the only time that picture will be available. It's not going to be uploaded online or anything.
Yeah, I see that there. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. Yeah, I think that's really good to give people an incentive. They're not just getting these multiple books, but it's something special. Like we did that retailer poster, because it's going to be rare, especially if only one or two people get that one. Then that's the only time that's going out.
Yep.
And this is your $150 tier, Soldier of the Seven Legions.
Yep, you get drawn in as one of the good guys, and you get to pick which race you get drawn in as.
That's cool.
So yeah, like I've had one person back as an elf, one person back as a human, but yeah. So yeah,
that's awesome. That's smart, man. And you already have 3 of those, which is great. 3 out of 5. Yeah. That's awesome. Now those characters how important are those characters going to be in the story?
They're sort of like supporting characters. Are sort of like they'll be fighting alongside the heroes. Not really speaking lines unless there's like a line of dialogue, like someone telling someone to in the dropship to go or something like that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, like your soldiers, your buddies in arms. All right, so this is your legendary pack, the legend pack. You get the books, prints, and you get to be a legend.
You get to appear in the book as a character of significance.
Oh,
so that'll
cool.
Be like a speaking role, sort of.
Yeah.
And the character will have they'll have some significance to the universe, like like they'll maybe be someone who is noted in the history of that of the lore and all that. So yeah, like maybe it'll just be a statue. Maybe they'll actually be in another flashback scene or something.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's a great way for creators to get a little bit extra funds and basically give back to the community of like have your fan immortalized in your book.
Yeah,
they can show their friends and share it around. It's probably good for promotion too, where they're like, "Hey, you should get this because I'm in it." You know,
Yeah.
that's awesome, man. Yeah, Seven Legions, guys. Again, we are here with Michael Beacon talking about his new book. It is in demand now on Indiegogo. When are you like dated to fulfill?
If we only reach issue 2 in funding,
Yeah.
then I'm aiming for possibly March.
Cool.
I set the campaign for date to be July of next year, I believe. But I mean, that's just worst case scenario.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's good, giving yourself a cushion.
yeah. So like
that.
So yeah, if we wind up funding all 5 issues through stretch goals, then we'll probably be closer to that date. But yeah, just
Right.
just want to prepare myself for any case. But if it's just issue
No,
two,
that's good.
then yeah, then it'll probably be March.
Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, I really dig this book. I love the double tone of it, where you have the grounded story and then the fantasy story, because there's a lot of people that are, of course, fans of both. They love this historical fiction, and then that high concept space stuff, And like you
Yeah,
said, you're building an epic. It could be
yeah,
like Star Wars one day. And I love the fact you're doing multiple artists. I think that's really smart, and helping out the community. You have these awesome prints. I think you're doing everything right, man. And you have your hands in other projects too, which is
yep.
really cool. I dig that. You got Cyborg USA and Dusty Tortillas. Is Dusty Tortillas still funding on Indiegogo?
I believe they're closed now.
Okay,
I think,
cool.
yeah,
Cyborg USA is still
yep.
up on IGG, so you guys should check that one out. Also, if you want to follow up on his projects, if you don't mind, Mike, I'm going to talk about Magicop for a little bit, and then we'll wrap things up. Is that cool?
Okay. Yep.
Cool. Let me just look. What is this? So, guys, from Magicop, if you guys didn't know, that is my book on Indiegogo. We're in demand as well, and we just passed recently 100 backers. I think we're at like 108 now on the campaign. And then our next big stretch goal is at 150 backers. We're doing kind of like backer goals, which I thought was something we could do, not just dollar amounts. We have the Magic Hop theme song, which I tweeted out today, a little clip of it. If you go over to my Twitter, you could listen to that, or it's right on this this front page of the campaign as well. It is our video has the theme song in it, and it's very like Miami Vice retro 80s, made by an awesome artist named Vosto. He did the theme song for Monster MD and Deathsworn, so check that out. And yeah, I'll give you the quick pitch. It's basically a mashup between Miami Vice and Halloween Town, following the life of this guy here, Iggy Cromwell. He's a new detective off the graduation stage and right into Ambrosia City PD, as he is a magic cop. His wand has been passed down generation to generation, and he has to learn to work with his new Wolfman partner, who's on the verge of retirement, as they investigate the murder of a mermaid prostitute. There's leprechauns and witches on the force. Also, this guy's half leprechaun, half giant, and he's kind of like the comic relief. He's always eating something. His name's O'Hara, and he shoots rainbows out of his hat. He's a badass. And yeah, as they go through the story, they find that there's some deeper schemes and scams, if you will, through the city. This is an awesome cover by Elliot Fernandez, which is still available. The original is available. It is beautiful, this line art, as you can see down here. But this is to the ash can. We have our featured tier is the 88-page, 4-chapter graphic novel, plus an ash can, which has that Elliot cover. The ash can has a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff in it, and a 12-page pilot issue, which we actually printed out here. This is the 12-page pilot issue. So if you think that Magic Hop is cool, check out the page. And I'm the writer. My brother does the art. And we got a colorist. Eugene is an awesome colorist. And I'm also the letterer. So check out the book, guys. I'd really appreciate it. We want to keep on trucking with this because we're fulfilling in March. So yeah, that is Magic Cop. There's a lot of stuff. I don't know if you saw this, Michael, but we got a blockhead. Did you see this guy?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an exclusive for the campaign. So anyone that backs is going to get this blockhead guy. You can put them together yourself, and then a bunch of other stuff. We got bookmarks that are already unlocked, postcards that we'll be sending out hopefully soon before maybe before Christmas, but definitely for the new year. It's kind of like postcards for the city that they're from. Just kind of thinking of fun 80s stuff to. So yeah, check it out, guys. Oh, Skits Comic. What's up, brother? Coming in at the last second here. Definitely rewatch because we were talking about Seven Legions with Michael Beacon. Yo, thanks, Mike, for coming on. It's been awesome. It's a fun time having you on here and just get talking about this. Been wanting to have you on for a while.
Yeah. It's good it's good to be on finally.
Thanks, man. Where could people find you if they want to, see more of your work and kind of follow you on social media?
I'm on Twitter at the number 7 Legions Beacon, and I'm on YouTube where I do SJW Skeletor reviews, and you can find that under Michael Beacon. And yeah, I got a website 7legions.com.
Cool. Yeah, check that out.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely back this book, guys. It's, you got your samurai action and your space angel fantasy action. This book's going to be crazy. It's a wild ride. And definitely share it out, too, if that's all you can do, because we want to get to unlocking those other books, those more stories. I love campaigns that do that.
Yeah. Issue 3 is going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. Attacked by the demons, which are crazy advanced, but yeah, they're brutal. Man, it's gonna be. Oh yeah, they're like, awesome. They're sort of like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Cool, man. Yeah, and if you guys are new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. I do interviews like this. We're doing them every week now. We skipped last week. We didn't have anyone to come on, but definitely check out the older interviews I did too. I just had Billy Tucci on talking about his awesome She campaign that just closed this past weekend. You could still get the book on Indiegogo, of course. And I do Magic Cop Monday update videos every Monday with my brother. So hit that subscription button, the like, and the bell for notifications so you know when we are going live. Thanks, Tungsten. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the compliment, buddy. And thanks for hanging out and chatting in here. We will see you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.